Hey, I've just come into the Classic Audio room. John Wolf with Classic Audio and Jim Odd with Purist Audio Design. Hey guys, how are you today?
Great. Welcome to Denver.
Thank you very much. John, what are you showing? What speaker is this?
We've got our T3 here, 0.4 version.
Okay.
Field coil, woofers, and mid-range. Power supply in a rosewood finish.
I like it. You're running 15 volts on this here?
Yep.
Yep. And viewers, you can adjust the voltages on a field coil loudspeaker or driver unit. What do you think is ideal, John, for it, depending upon the application?
Well, it depends on the music you're listening to. If you like deep, quick, articulate bass, the higher the voltage, the better. Mm-hmm. You've got the ability here to even run two power supplies if you want, because you got a separate connection on the back if you want to run the mid-range with a lower voltage and the higher voltage on the woofers. They come directly set up for just one power supply.
I see, okay. And we're wired up here, Jim, with what model?
We're using the Neptune series.
Okay.
And also at the show we've introduced the USB-C to A adapter for a lot of people with the Mac computers, because that's something they've done away with the USB completely. So now we've got the little mini C adapter. So that's something new we have had for the show too.
That's very cool. Okay. Okay. What amplifiers do we have in the system here? These are atmosphere amplifiers.
Yeah. Novacron.
They're beautiful. And then over here, if we can swing over, and gentlemen, if I could ask you to come over and point out some of the goodies over here in the shelves.
The preamp is Atmosphere MP1 Mark III, separate power supply.
Got it, okay.
And something that Ralph is, I mean, this is the same preamp we had at Exponent in Chicago, and this thing is just so quiet now. You hear?
Well, that's the thing. He's quieted it down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And something new that he's done is there's a preamp over here on the table that he's added a tape section to, so we can run right off a tape head.
And here we have that right here. Beautiful work, Ralph. I like the look of the gold as well as a silver. And not to leave out a teammate in the room here's wonderful product is Tremai's Triplanar tone arms. This is the 12. That's a 12-inch model, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
And that's got the carbon fiber wrap on it.
It does.
There it is, and we have one of these that we use ourselves and use it as a reference. Well,
It's well worth it.
yeah, it's a great arm, and we did a comparison between the 9 and the 12, and if you want a little bit more speed, you're going to go for the 9. If you want a more relaxed musical presentation, you're going to go for the 12, and so that's a rule of thumb that applies across, in my opinion, across all manufacturers.
Really?
Yep. Well, we've queued up Ambasant's new record, and we'd like to hear, this will be the second time we've played this track here at Rocky Mountain. This is a new cut, a new version of September in Montreal. And I want to thank both of you gentlemen for a great system walkthrough. Thank you.
In Montreal, the air is mild and soft, walking in the evening sunset. My thoughts are floating by in this oh so pink sky, a blessing that we all do share today, 'cause you're my man. That's where my mind is cool and calm. Yes, you're my man. My heart is there again. Yes, you're home, my quiet strength. My happiness is you, and I am smiling for you. night is dark and soft. Snow is gently dancing on my face. Just close your eyes a while. Just snowflakes from the sky. Touch and kiss your mouth and smile. 'Cause you're my man. That's where I am now. My mind is cool and calm. Yes, you're my man. My heart sings very good. Yes, you are my quiet strength. My happiness is you, and I am smiling for you. You're my man. You're my man. I am smiling for you, oh baby. Da, da, da. Da, da. Bye, oh,
Okay, gentlemen, that was a great session. As usual, these speakers, these cables, these amplifiers, this tone arm, this system makes music. And I think that's what separates this system always from the other systems at all the shows I go to. Because when I come out of this room, I feel like I've had an experience with the musical performance instead of hearing high fidelity. I hear music. And that really is what it's all about. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Have a great Rocky Mountain this year, and we'll see you at the next show, okay?
See you in Washington.
Okay, we'll see you soon.